Paul SCHURR is a Wallingford dad. Middle school is out for the day, and Paul's escorting his daughter and a group of other kids down a busy Seattle street. Paul SCHURR is also a Wallingford entrepreneur. The group he's shepherding on this partly sunny afternoon is headed to Firefly Tutoring.
What have you learned so far?
Well, we looked at a printed E, and then we looked at some cloths.
Firefly is SCHURR's brainchild. The small business is midway through its first year as a place where kids can work on homework and get individual help from qualified tutors. To run Firefly Tutoring, it takes organization and curriculum expertise. It also doesn't hurt to throw in some creativity and a little bit of show business.
That was great.
The showbiz part comes easily to Paul SCHURR.
A long time ago, I was in a band called Flop in the early 90s, late 80s. It was a rock band. We had a great time. We were just friends. We started a band. We made a record and got signed to an indie label and went on tour and ended up signed on a major label and ended up touring for a really long time all around the US and Canada and a little bit of Europe. Made a few records and just had a blast.
But SCHURR didn't just fall into the tutoring business.
A couple of years ago, my then fourth grade daughter was having trouble with math. So I took her to one of the two leading national tutoring companies and just couldn't believe how boring their approach was. And you could see the kids coming in there like their parents were practically dragging them in the door. I started thinking, wow, you could do this a little better.
The experience with his own child inspired Paul SCHURR to become more than just a small business owner. He calls himself a social entrepreneur.
You create a business that can compete on the open market and command market price, but you use a slice of the profits to provide sliding scale access to people who otherwise wouldn't be able to afford it. And that's one of the biggest things that we're going for here.
Firefly's curriculum is developed and administered by experts, but the philosophy is pretty simple.
Kids learn differently, so one approach isn't going to work for everybody. We often turn the table so that the kids are teaching us. We say things, they say them back, we write, they read. It's reaching them through all different senses. Then the sort of stronger channels can reinforce the weaker channels. Kids who thought they didn't want to do tutoring end up liking it. And if they like it and they don't give their parents a big hassle about coming here, then they'll be here long enough to learn what they need to learn.
SCHURR believes deeply in the power of education to change lives, something he credits to his upbringing.
I grew up with a single mom. She really emphasized education for us. That was the big push. And getting a good education, it just changed my life. It gave me a fantastic life, and I like to pass that on to other people.
And the other people are getting the message.
I had done some research on it and spoke to many tutors. So I finally found Firefly and chatted to Paul about their approach. And so far, we've already seen how her grades are coming up after just a few months of coming here twice a week.
As for Paul SCHURR's rockstar past, these days he's much more interested in the future of Firefly Tutoring.
I miss being 25 and partying all the time, but I don't think I'd want to be doing it right now. That lifestyle doesn't age very well. I feel like we're doing something really important, and I don't want to just have it be this limited. We want to take it around. The system that we're using, it just works really well, and it works for a variety of different people.
Watch CityStream Thursday nights at 7 on the Seattle channel, or get video on demand and podcasts anytime at seattlechannel.org.